should the Chicago Bears re-sign Mitch Trubisky after his decent finish to the season? Well, I would just sort of calm down with Mitch Trubisky. The games that he has played and played well in the recent weeks, he's played against Houston last week, who have the second worst defense statistically in the league, and he's played Detroit as well, who have a pretty ordinary defense as well. So when you play those defenses, they're going to make you look okay. If they re-sign Mitch Trubisky, I liken this to the mistake that Jacksonville made in 2017 when they re-signed Blake Bortles, who had looked for all money during the season like they were going to move on, Jacksonville, from Blake Bortles, and then they win the division. They get into the playoffs, really just because they had a great defense that year. Blake Bortles doesn't really play all that well against Buffalo in the divisional round. In the wild card round, the first week, but, Jacksonville play well enough with their defense and whatnot to get through to the second round. They then put up in the divisional round 45 points from memory on Pittsburgh in a game where Blake Bortles played really well, and then they played in the AFC Championship game against New England, where Blake Bortles played really well too. And if it wasn't for, maybe the bounce of the ball the other way or the rub of the green here or there, maybe Jacksonville would have made it to their first ever Super Bowl. And they let those two performances, Jacksonville, against New England and against the Steelers, fool them into thinking that he was their guy moving forward. If the Bears do that, I think they're making a grave mistake, and I think they're making the same mistake that Jacksonville did. If the Bears, fool themselves into thinking Mitch Trubisky is their guy just because he's had a few games where he's played well towards the end of the season. He did this last year as well. He finished pretty well. Also, I think the Bears need to cut bait with Mitch Trubisky and find another way to move forward. So no, I don't think they will re-sign Mitch Trubisky after his decent finish to the season. They may keep Mitch Trubisky around, but not as the starter next year. And to be honest, if he's not going to be the starter, I don't see the point in keeping him around.